I'm Sherri, a CEO, speaker, coach, and author. As a business leader, I'm on a mission to empower women everywhere to embrace their most authentic self by challenging what you already know, then stretch to consider a different perspective. I share moments with people all over the world who are already on that path and are willing to share that perspective with me. Join me as we transparently consider this. We are here again. Welcome, 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 everyone. You know what it is? This is Consider This. It's a season 2, but we are here and we are having conversations with people that will allow us to explore how to actually become our most authentic self in business, in life personally, as women. Listen, it's hard. How do we know what to say, when to say it? In the boardroom, in side chats, what to wear? Do I wear floral? Do I wear just dark color? There's so many things for us to consider. In this podcast, we're going to be talking about how to empower one another to be our most authentic self, to show up with our whole self in our careers and in our business, how to also tap into our teams, into their brilliance, into their authentic selves, and allow them to connect to vision and purpose, all while being authentic. Well, here we are. Every conversation will challenge us all to think differently and consider things differently. Listen, this is Consider This. This is Consider This. And today on our show, we have one of the most authentic people I've ever met. And I'm so honored. We are going to be talking to the amazing, authentic leader. Her name is Ms. Antoinette King. She is a powerhouse that leads an amazing team of professionals as the founding and managing partner of Options Consulting Solutions here in the T-Dot, here in Toronto. She's a 2-time nominee of the RBC Canadian Women Entrepreneur Awards and has over 20 years. You heard it. You won't see it because she looks like she's 20, but she has over 20 years of experience in the recruitment industry. She is a loving wife, a loving mother, and a humanitarian who, amidst her busy schedule, found the time to partner with Covenant House and spend a night on the streets with Toronto to raise awareness for homeless youth and their struggle. Please welcome with me here, Consider This, Miss Antoinette King.
Thank you. Wow, that was amazing. Who was that?
That's you. That's
Okay.
you. Listen, thank you so much for being here and have just be even willing to have this conversation with us. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this
Thank
actually from the
you.
inception of Consider This, but everything happens in its time.
Next time.
And
Yeah.
here we are. Here we
Well,
are.
Sherri,
So,
thank you for having me on. I mean, you're doing amazing things.
oh
So we
man.
need more people out there like you inspiring others. No.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And listen, speaking of inspiration, this young lady has inspired me in ways that I can't tell you, because the first time we met, you made such an amazing impact on me. And like I said to you many times before, I've made a reference to you several times in speaking engagements, when I'm speaking to executive business women, when I'm speaking to youth, because as an entrepreneur and as a woman of color, it's hard sometimes to see our role models around us. It's like,
Yes.
where are they? Are they out there? And there's so many of us out there, but we don't always hear their voice. So I'm so honored to have this conversation with you.
I'm happy
Let's
to
talk
be
about
here.
let's talk about what you've had to overcome to even be the managing partner of Options Consulting, the founder. I know that our first conversation has stuck with me, as I said to you many times. Just for a bit of context, how are you introduced to this line of work? How Let's do a little bit of how it was going or how it's going now, so we can get a real grasp of what your journey has been to date.
Okay. So the journey. I did not wake up and say I wanted to be a recruiter. That wasn't me. I actually wanted to I wanted to be an accountant. Now
Wow.
I realize today that is not me. So went to U of T and started commerce and economics and didn't like it and left. And so I got into payroll and thought I'd like that. It's like accounting. And but I found it wasn't a gratifying job.
Mm-hmm.
Came to
Mm-hmm.
you. People came to you because they were complaining about their paycheck being incorrect. And I thought, oh, no. I
Yeah.
what I want to do is something that I feel is fulfilling and my purpose. So that's a journey in itself, looking for
Yeah.
your purpose.
So true.
Right. And so I was on the subway. I'll never forget this. And this person saw me, approached me and said, "Hey, are you looking for a job?" And I thought, okay, I could be. Who are you? I don't know you.
Right?
Could be. And so she left me her card and I called it, went for an interview the next day. And it was this profession that I hadn't really heard of before. And I decided to take a chance on it. Now, appreciate my situation. I had a loan to pay for from school. My
Okay.
parents went to Florida, asked if I wanted to go, and I said no, I want to stay here in Toronto.
Okay.
And so I had to find a place as well at that young age. And humble beginnings, I want to say that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I got in there first month. I hated it. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm telemarketing. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to find a company, find a person, and make the match. And that all sounds very easy, but we're dealing with human beings. So
There
there's
we go.
always nuances.
Yes.
So the first month I thought, no, I'm not going to do this. The second month, I made what we call in our industry a connect, a placement. I thought, this is fun. I'm actually doing something that I'm going to make a difference to someone else, to the
Mm-hmm.
client, to a client, and to a person looking for a job.
Mm-hmm.
For the person looking for a job, I'm actually changing their lives and the people that they surround themselves with, making them a better person.
Yeah.
And then with clients, I feel that they need a business to continue, and they need a great human capital. And I feel like I'm fulfilling their needs as well. So for me, this is like a win-win situation. And it's a
Mm.
job.
Wow. So I didn't even, first of all, I didn't even know you wanted to do accounting in the beginning. I just thought this was just a door.
I
No.
mean, yeah, no, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be that accountant and I'm gonna, money and I'm gonna check and but I don't even know, I don't even add properly. Like
Listen to
I
me.
don't know what I'm doing.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I wanted to do accounting for the same reasons. I'm going to make some money. I'm coming from the hood, coming from, as we say, humble beginnings.
Right.
Okay. So I'm like, I'm going to be an accountant. I did okay in school with accounting. And then I went into accounting like I'd say the first semester I was there, the first couple weeks, I was like, there's got to be more to this than
Yeah.
this. Oh, it's just so funny that we have that.
Yeah.
But that's so crazy. She walked right up to you on the subway.
Just on the subway. I was on the train going home, and you get a little nervous, but
Yes,
I
yes.
don't know. I felt that okay, I'll speak to you, and she's changed my life. Right? I
Wow.
have this profession that I absolutely love. Fast forward right now, this business is booming. In all the years that I've been in this business, I've never seen it so busy. Great for us.
Yes.
Those that are looking for jobs right now, this is your market.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when we talk about real estate, it's a buyer's market, it's a seller's market,
Yeah.
is what we call a candidate's market.
Yes.
Go and get your job.
Girl, because all over, especially because the pandemic just changed the game for so many of us,
Exactly.
right? And then there were some people that were like, yeah, I can't do this remote thing.
No.
Like this is just not. And so it opened the door for so many now that we're like, no, I'm good with remote. I could do
Yep.
remote,
Yep.
or I'm flexible or I'm adaptable.
Right.
So I could slide right in there and boom. And so I can imagine you when you say your business is booming. I thought of you many a time. Like I wonder, you have to be booming right now. The way the game has changed right now, it's so different. it's so different, and technology has definitely allowed that
to
difference
happen.
to happen. Yeah. So here
Absolutely.
you are, a young girl starting out, you're doing your thing, and then what happened? How did we go from like doing, okay, I like this is meaningful, to like, yeah, this is what I want to do, and now I want to be one of the managing partners of this organization. How did that happen? What was the backstory for that?
I had a great supervisor that really took me under her wing, and she asked me to supervise other individuals. She was going out on her own, and she wanted me to come with her, and I
Wow.
did that. And I was supervising, and I didn't even know or study or get trained to do that. And that's why it's important. I was being true to me, my authentic self.
Yes.
So the way I helped train through this person, my supervisor,
Yeah.
was just doing me, and it was great, and he
Yes.
liked it. And then it evolved from there, where my supervisor said, "Look, why don't we do this together?" And I
Mm.
thank her to this day, because I wasn't trained how to own a business. I didn't go to school for business management. As you know, I wanted to be an accountant, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't go for business management, and she helped me through this. This was fantastic.
Wow.
And then eventually I bought her out, and here I was.
Wow. Wow.
And through that journey, I realized that this is easy for me to do because I like it. And
Yeah.
again, it's innate in everybody that we
Yeah.
want to help another person,
Yes.
right?
True.
Some of us do, some of us don't, but it's all in us to
Yeah.
help. And I felt like I was really making, like, I think I felt like I was really making a headway and changing lives, and being that purposeful person for our community, Toronto, even
Yeah.
the States.
Yeah.
I've been recruited in the States as well. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And I feel like that's amazing. I love the fact that you said you were just doing you. You were just being your authentic self, and being your authentic self, it's almost like you fell into
I
being
did.
a manager. Like, and I love the fact that you said that, because I think that sometimes a lot of people don't recognize or realize truly, um, there are things that we have that are natural abilities that we sometimes ignore, but that we've got, okay, I've got, and not to knock school, because I'm all about school and education, but
Absolutely.
along with school and education, I think it's really important of what you just said. Pay attention to what is natural and abilities that you actually innately have, because that also is a compass, in a sense, to direct you in the direction that you should really go, where you might be able to find fulfillment and success in your career. I love that.
Absolutely. Most people are scared to be themselves, be genuine, be transparent. Look, you're not going to attract everybody in this world, but do you need to?
Right?
Do you
Good
need to?
question. Do you need to?
No.
No. And
You will,
not every personality is going to mesh.
right. And you will find those that will mesh with you, and you will still succeed.
Yes. Yes. And I think it's believing that. I love that you said,
Mhm.
thank you for saying that. Because I think it's believing that. I think that sometimes we believe that if we don't have certain people on our team, that we won't find success. I agree with what you just said.
Yeah.
Believe that the people that you're supposed to mesh with will come. Believe that you'll meet them. Believe that, and then stay true to yourself, because the law of attraction, I've been saying it for years, it's a real thing.
It's a
You
real
attract
thing.
who you are. So be
It's
you.
a real thing.
Be
So be
you.
you. And it's hard, like starting your career and really believe in that. And
Yeah.
so that's why I love that you have these talk shows, because at least they can see that
Yes.
we've gone through this. So I
Yes.
was right there saying, nope, I got to be this and look this way and do this to succeed. And then I just realized that people just like me for being me.
And you're enough. How about that? How about that? You're enough.
You're enough.
You're enough.
You're enough.
And even how you show up, and like even how you show up as you is not just enough, but more than enough. It's life-giving,
Mhm.
it's creative, it's innovative, all of that because you're being authentically you, right? Why do you feel, perhaps now is a question, that it's so hard to be authentic in corporate settings? And how can business women experience more authentic connections and less masking, right? Because I don't know, I've been in the corporate world for a while and
Yeah.
in and out doing different things. I'm in nonprofit, I have a small business, I own my own, and I do my thing. But in nonprofit and in profit, in corporate settings and in there is a face that I find a lot of people put on. And it's unfortunate because authenticity actually breeds creativity, innovation, problem solving. Like it's a fact. It's an actual
Mhm.
fact.
For
And but
sure.
yet we shy from that.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that it's so hard to be your authentic self in corporate settings?
I believe that we were not taught to understand the corporate setting well. Well, but let me go back here. Let's look at that and capture that definition of an authentic person.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
what you're true to your own personality, exactly,
Mhm.
and I feel your values and your spirits, regardless of those that don't want you to act otherwise.
Right.
That's the truth. And you're honest with yourself. You have
Mhm.
to, right? And you're honest with your integrity. It's okay to make a mistake.
Mhm.
It's okay to feel good. Own them
Mhm.
both. And I feel that if it it was hard, and I'm going to use past tense for me, because
Mhm.
I was afraid to be the Antoinette that I am. I was afraid to make those mistakes, right? I was afraid that, feeling like I was a success, that
Mm.
people would look at me differently. I'm
Mm.
here to tell you today that's what you have to do in the corporate world. You have
Mm.
to block everything else out. As long as you deliver on the ask,
Come on.
as long as you deliver on the ask,
Yes.
you will always be successful.
Mhm.
So uh, it's changing the paradigm in
Yeah.
your mind.
Yes.
Have to say, stay true to yourself. Once you stay true to yourself, you're authentic, you become creative because you're relaxed and you don't have to pretend to be anything else but you. And then you deliver on what is asked of you. Why wouldn't you make it in corporate world?
Yes. And I feel like that, I think what you said, I mean, all of those things that you just said, it's going to take you believing in you.
Yeah. And it's not easy. We're not saying that it's easy. I've failed so many times, right?
True.
So it's not easy to even think this way. But
No.
when you start seeing, oh, they're calling me back. Oh, they want me in that meeting. Oh,
Come on. Come
I
on.
must be doing something right. So let me keep on doing what I think I'm doing right, which is being me.
Yes.
And if it doesn't work, another corporation will.
Will. There we go. Because I was about to say,
You
because
have
sometimes,
choices.
yes, come on. We got options
Yeah.
from Options Consulting. We got options, huh?
Everybody will have to use that word every time, at least once a day.
We got options.
All of
And
us have options.
we all of us have options. I think I love the fact that you said that end part where you said, and if it's not for this particular corporation, there will be another corporation. I think that sometimes when we get rejected in our authentic state, we don't know necessarily how to handle rejection. And because of that, we tell ourselves, well, I shouldn't have done that then, or I shouldn't have said that, or I should have, dressed maybe the way I dressed, or we have these conversations in our head when in
Yeah.
truth it's not. And as you rightly said, it's not easy to have this shift in your mindset, but we have to get there if we are going to
Yeah.
embrace authentic leadership, and if we're going to bless this world with our most authentic self, because there are gifts laying up
Yeah.
inside there. There is talent that is inside there, and it is untapped if all we do is put on masks to meet somebody else. It's just not, it's not fair. I'm going to say it
Right.
that way. It's
Right.
not fair
Right.
for
You
you to
know,
go
something
on
you said something that I really it really resonated with me. I'm on the bike Peloton, and Tunde, she's phenomenal. Anyway, she said, when you start thinking and you have these thoughts and negative thoughts, do you know nobody else can hear you but you? And so why put that in your mind when nobody cares, because no one can hear you?
come on, come on,
Change it to positive thoughts.
come on.
Right. So you just mentioned that. And I thought, yeah, she said that one day. And I was like, yeah, what am I doing? What am
Yes.
I saying? I can't do this. Oh, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
I'm the only one that's being affected by it.
Come on, come on. And
No one
it's
else
that
can hear you.
no one else can hear you but you. And then you know what happens after we think it, we do. Like, I don't care what you want to think about, but whatever you think, believe me, your actions will innately follow through. So I
Exactly.
always say, once you hear that negative chatter, kill that noise with some positive chatter. Like, you have to drown it out almost
Right.
with some,
Right.
counter it, right? I can. And why can't I? Like, start having that internal dialogue. Man, that will help in the shift of you getting to a place where you actually start embracing your most authentic self, and then allowing it to show up in your day-to-day interactions. I agree also with what you said. Like, once you start giving what was asked of you, and excellently, they'll be like, oh, wait, now, hold on now, who did that? Whose idea was that?
Let
What
me
you
call her
say?
again. Yeah.
So I agree.
And
um
you can only do that if you're true to you, because it's not sustainable to be someone else.
oh, say that
It
again.
is not sustainable to be
Woo!
someone else.
It's hard.
It's
It's
so
hard.
hard.
It takes a lot of upkeep to be someone else, but it's very low maintenance when it comes to taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Just being yourself, I should say it that way.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
fun.
it is.
A
It
lot
is.
of people are gonna like you.
Absolutely. How when it comes to being an authentic leader, especially in the diverse team that you lead, what would you say has been one of the biggest obstacle for you to actually have to overcome in your role? Because I know you got an amazing team over there at Options, amazing. But
Wow.
I know that there's obstacles because they're an amazing team.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Obstacles. Right.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest hurdle that I went over was probably in 2011, where I had a mass exodus of tenured team, right? And I
Mm,
feel our sales went down by 50%. And honestly, I didn't think that we were going to make it.
wow.
And they had dreams. So you have to let your staff go when they have dreams. Others wanted to venture out into something else. Others wanted to work from home or travel and do this
Right.
job. And at that time, right, that wasn't an option at
Right.
Options. And
Right.
fast forward today, hindsight, I should have said yes, right? Because look
Right.
where we are in technology. We can work anywhere in the world in this profession.
Yeah.
So I had thoughts of closing up shop. I had thoughts of going solo. I I had one amazing person that gave me the courage to keep going. And
Wow.
basically she said to me, do you want to pack this up, or do you want to continue to help people? Do you want to continue with your purpose in life and
Wow.
grow that? And I said, yeah, we're not packing up.
Yeah.
And the staff that stayed, because I did have some that stayed, phenomenal. I put
Wow.
one foot in front of the other. We kept going, kept growing. And I had a mortgage at that point because we had bought property to
Yes.
house our staffing. And you were
Yes.
there. So
Yes.
that time we sold and we bought two more properties and
Okay.
more individuals came and worked with us. And now we're doing better than ever.
Wow.
So that probably was my biggest hurdle
Yeah.
with the individuals that I had. So it wasn't a matter of, and I think, again, I stayed true to myself. I
Yeah.
stayed true to my purpose and I stayed true to them. They wanted to leave to do other things.
Yeah.
We still talk today. One person did come back, but
Mhm.
the others are doing amazing things.
That's awesome. And it's so amazing that, understanding, embracing your authenticity allows you to allow people to be their most authentic self as well. I feel like authenticity is just that contagious thing. It just
Yeah.
once you're doing you, it gives people an understanding. Hey, I could do me too. And
Mm.
sometimes that doing me doesn't necessarily mean we're doing it together anymore. I love the fact that you were able to be like, go ahead and fly and
Fly,
soar.
fly.
Of
And they
course.
and of course I was scared. I was comfortable. But they took me out of my comfort. They shook me up. And maybe that's what I needed to move on to where I am today.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, yeah, I love that. So that kind of goes into the next question that I wanted to ask you, because I think that fear is something that we all have to deal with constantly within our lives. And if it's not at this point, it'll be at another point. Like there'll be something that will push us out of our comfort zone or allow it to sit back and go, what am I doing here? And make us afraid, but I think that it's those type of defining moments that we get back to go, what your friend did for you or that coworker did for you. Are you going to stay on purpose, or what are we going to do? Because at the end of the day, you weren't doing this. We didn't start this whole thing and buy out your supervisor because you just wanted something to do. You
Yeah.
actually felt like, I'm being
I
true to
could do
myself.
this. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to help this company and I'm going to help this person. I'm going to make a connection and I'm going to receive fulfillment for that. So, being able to stay true to yourself as well is amazing. But I think that sometimes in building authenticity, we don't understand that failure is a must. It
And
is a must.
it's a must to learn. And then when you're in it, you say to yourself, because it worked for me, failure is not an option.
Boom.
I don't care if I have 5 staff members anymore.
We're going to keep
I
going.
don't care if I can't, if I feel that my head count has gone down and my sales have gone down.
Yeah.
Failure cannot be an option for me.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah.
be surprised
Yeah.
that what you thought was failure is
Hey,
success.
Hey, I was just about to say, you reframe, and this is what it is. You reframe what failure actually is. Because some people might look at that situation and be like, oh, they're failing. She failed. But you said, no, 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 no. These are the people that we're supposed to have here right
Yeah.
now at this
Yeah.
time. And we're going to continue on. And whoever's supposed to
Mhm.
come will come. And whoever needs to leave will leave. And it's going to be okay. So we reframe failure. What would you say was the best failure that you ever experienced, or maybe that was it that you just shared with me that,
Yeah,
yeah, that was it, eh?
that was it. In a recession.
Oh, girl, I remember.
In
I
a recession.
Yeah.
So, and it's my husband that said to me, you are greater than your circumstances. And
100.
so, yeah, that's what you have to really believe in. And it's hard to believe in ourselves when you're in a situation like that
Of
and
course.
know that tomorrow will come
Mhm.
because we're always set and we sit in that hubble of madness and negativity and fear,
Yeah.
lack of courage. And hopefully you have support to tell you that you're greater than. your
Yes. So
circumstances.
there we go. There's another tip right there. If you didn't catch it, let me throw it at you again. Who's in your squad? Who's in your squad?
Oh my
Allowing,
goodness.
I think that's going to be really key as well, and allowing you to not just celebrate your authenticity, but point out to you while you're feeling weak or while you're feeling beaten down or defeated, because we all go through that. And I think that when we think about authentic leadership, we hear such positivity from it that we don't realize that along the journey and along that way of being authentic or becoming authentic, we are going to feel uncomfortable like a fish out of water. We are going to feel like unsure and uncertain, afraid, or like imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to be doing all of this stuff? Like, what is this that I'm doing? But it's like that Marianne Williamson, who are you not to be? Fabulous,
Exactly.
talented, gorgeous. Who are you not to be? You know,
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I
You
love
can,
that.
I've now believe that you really can do what it is that you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
And don't let anybody stop you from thinking differently.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So we have to always check. It's like I say it all the time. Let's do a squad check. Who's in your ear? Who's
Yeah,
in your ear? Who
yeah,
you have people that even when you are not necessarily speaking positive thoughts to yourself, is saying to you, you're not your circumstances. Okay, so this is the circumstance that you're in. Okay, but you're not that. So remember who you are. And
exactly.
that's something that I'm hoping that the listeners and the people that are watching this really grab onto, no matter what, whether we're in a pandemic, whether you're feeling like I don't have the resources to start this business, I really want to start it, but I can't. Or it's not about resources; it's about resourcefulness.
Yeah,
It's not about what you have; it's about who you know and what they have,
right. Well,
right?
and yeah, you're right. You do have to have that support. I'm fortunate to have not only like my husband and my friends, but the people that I employ are the biggest support that I've ever had.
Wow, this is so amazing.
Yeah, I have someone saying, "Oh, you want me to stroke your ego? No. You want me to feel sorry for you right now? Get up." I've got one of those. And then I've got one that can say, "Oh, poor
It's
you,
okay.
Antoinette. It's okay. We can do this tomorrow." So you need to have
Yes, you need the comfort and you need the kick in the butt. You need
and
both. You need both, man.
the
It's
support
true.
system is important. It
Yeah.
is important. And you know what? If you don't have physical people around you, my goodness, the internet, social media, you'll
Come on.
find it.
Come on.
You will find it. So there's
Come
no,
on.
don't leave any excuses on the table.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, did you I know you said your mentor was really your supervisor, but do you feel like mentor, and you just answered it really, like the internet. I have so many virtual mentors, they have no idea. You have been a source of mentorship for me at times
Mm.
when I've seen you do certain things and I'm just like, "What movements?" And it's hard to see sometimes Black support, like women who are supportive as well. They'll be like, girl, you can do this or you can do that. We don't get into those conversations as often as we
Yes,
should.
you should.
And
Mhm.
so I so appreciate you and for everything you've been doing.
Thank you.
What's next for options? What's next for Anne? What are the dreams and aspirations that are percolating there?
Yeah, I got a lot of them. I'm not leaving this profession. It's my purpose.
Oh, I love
Not
it.
leaving it. So, but I might be doing it differently, right? So
Yeah.
options will continue, but I might be behind the scenes. What I've started is an online training module to do this business.
Wow.
So I want to, and I've taken some courses on, training. And so I want to actually go out there and train people how to do this job, both from an agency standpoint to go into corporate because,
Hmm.
because there are in-house recruiters there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Oh,
Again,
I
I
love it.
enjoy this. Secondly, I was hoping we had a governing body, somewhat of a governing body like ACPAC, but I want to have a true go-to organization
Yes.
that if you you don't know the human rights code, you don't know the
Mm,
recruitment process, you just want to inquire about things. I want to have an organization that people can come to.
I
I want
love
to
that.
do that. But at the same time, because as I said, this is my purpose. So I'll work around the clock. Like before we got on, I was doing options work, right? So I would like to have a little bit more quality time, step back a bit, I spend more time with my family and
Yeah.
travel. And I
Yeah.
think with the way the pandemic is gone, I can do this now.
Yes.
All over the world, I can
Yes.
still do this business. And
It
I'm
is.
loving life that
You better go ahead and live it. You better go ahead and live it, girl. You deserve it.
way. Thank you.
I love the fact that even in the midst, and if I mean the pandemic has done so many negative things,
Yeah.
but one positive thing that I would
Pull
say,
it out. Find out the positive thing.
the gems that are there,
They're
right?
there.
And the fact that you could be in Timbuktu, literally, still, as long as you got Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi. I'm good.
as long as you got Wi-Fi, you'll be fine. And I feel like that is so amazing because now, and the trainer model, oh, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Because that means that you can be in another country and start your agency or something over there and be trained by the best in the business. Come on. That's exciting.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for you. I'm
Thank
excited for you.
you. Thank you. And
So
I'll
usually
and I'm copying you. I'm gonna have a book out as
you
well.
better go ahead and get your book.
Look
Get
at
it,
you with
girl.
all your books.
I'm working on the second one, and believe me when I
Oh,
tell you, I'm working on it, and I'm trying my best. But I'd love to read your book. I think there'd
perfect.
be so much to learn, so much to learn.
Perfect.
So the last thing that we do in the show is really just leave a compelling thought, right? Just a thought that you want the listeners to never ever forget. You said so many wonderful things and given so many great insights. But if you could, like, we usually say it in one sentence, what we say usually is if you remember nothing else I've said, remember this. What would that statement be for you?
If you remember nothing else I said, remember this. You are truly greater than your circumstances. You have to remember that.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what happens, you will still move forward. You have
Yes.
no choice. You're going to still move forward.
Yes.
Change the paradigms. I have a
Oh,
lot to say about that, but I'll just keep it to that one.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. You are not your circumstance. Shift your mindset, shift your perspective, and think outside what you and that also means sometimes hanging out with people that think differently than you. I'll leave that there as well,
Yeah. And you'll be
right?
surprised what comes to you when you shift. That small little shift. That's
Yes.
just a circumstance. That's not me. Here I am. I'm going to keep going. You'll be
Yes.
surprised. You'll be shocked.
You'll be shocked. It's true to see what you can actually do. And thank you.
You're
Thank you. Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. I want to say first and foremostly, we've got a really quick commercial break, and then we're going to come right back with one last thought. But and thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Tap into a sisterhood of women founders and entrepreneurs with the PGW sorority. Go to prettygirlswork.com and click on Pledge PGW. Fill out your pledge form and pay your monthly or annual dues. Request access to our members-only Facebook group. Then join houses that are specific to your industry or the skills that you want to develop in your business. You can take advantage of free tools and resources and gain access to courses, workshops, masterminds, small group coaching, and private mentorship exclusive to members. Pledge PGW and start scaling your business today.
Yes, pledge PGW. I'm telling you right now,
Nice.
you will honestly, there is so much. There are masterminds, there are coaching, personal one-on-one coaching, there's so much webinars, there's just so much. And the Pretty Girls Work community, the sorority, is really about empowering, again, giving space, making room for entrepreneurs and executives who really just need that extra push. Sometimes need the comfort and the kick in the butt. Right? need the best
Yeah.
of both worlds. And sometimes just being able to, again, do what we just finished saying is surrounding yourself with people that think outside the box or think differently than you. So that
Yeah.
you can sit back and go, yeah, I'm not my circumstance. It is a pandemic, but I can still achieve that dream. I just have to go about it maybe differently.
Right?
That's all it is, right? I'm just going to have to go about
Yes.
it differently. That's it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for being
Thank
here with us. We
you. Thank you
appreciate
for
you.
having me.
We'll have
This
you
was
back.
fun. And I do hope that we've changed at least one person's thought today. Just one,
Yes.
we've done our job,
That's it. That's
right?
it. Well,
Yeah.
we'll definitely let you know when you need to come back because we know you've got so many gems and we appreciate you so much. God bless, God bless, God bless. We want to make sure that you guys are subscribing. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share this. And this conversation is not necessarily for you, it may be for someone else. And if this is for someone else and you know who that is, make sure you forward this, put this on your Spotify list and be like, I need to share this with, or put this on this YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button and say, I need to share this with a friend of mine because I know she needs to hear these words because he or she needs that encouragement, needs to consider something else other than what they've been considering. That's what we do here. We consider this. Until next time, see you later.